of the Mitsubishi Challenge tips off with the Perth Wildcats in town for a shootout with the Magic.
You have to sort of change our game plan tonight and start hitting them back and playing a hard game and playing with them that way and trying to unsettle them that way.
With just one American import, the Magic are leading the league. The Aussies producing the goods.
That's why we're successful this year, because we've got more than just 2 or 3 guys doing the job. We go down like number 10.
The Wildcats are on the back foot and are desperate to avenge last week's loss against the Tigers.
It's a question of which team comes out and plays the better defence.
The Magic are looking for 5 straight victories over the boys from the West as Flinders Park rocks to another classic confrontation, exclusive to Network 10. Yes, hello everyone, I'm Stephen Quartermain and welcome to Flinders Park in Melbourne for week 7 of the NBL's Mitsubishi Challenge. Tonight, it's the top team on the ladder, the South East Melbourne Magic, hosting the Perth Wildcats, currently sitting in 4th position. My co-commentator for the game is injured, North Melbourne Giants star. Welcome, Paul.
Thank you, Steve.
Tough game to pick tonight.
It is a tough one to pick. They're 2 very evenly matched teams, and there's a lot of good matchups out there tonight. None better than the one between the 2 centers, John Dorge and James Crawford. John Dorge, the taller of the 2, and probably a bit more of a true center, but James Crawford is a fantastic athlete. Now, between the 2 of them, the two oldest players out there tonight with over 600 games experience. Dorge is a bit up on his averages this year, and Crawford's a bit down. Dorge has got 4.6 blocks for the year, and if he keeps it up, he'll break his own league record. It's a pivotal matchup that'll be great to watch.
It's a tough assignment for John defensively, because Crawford will take him away from the basket and try to drive on him, and I think equally tough for Crawford if they play him straight up on John. You know, they've zoned us a lot, but that matchup will be instrumental, and as I say, it's a big test for John to see if he can defend somebody with Crawford's quickness.
John Dorge, James Crawford matchup will be a key to this basketball game. It's a question of Dorge's power and size against the mobility and quickness of Crawford. It's something, I think it's a lineup both of them enjoy, but both of them also hate.
Well, as always, Tim Gossage is running the sidelines tonight, and tonight he's up in the bleachers where he belongs.
Thanks very much, Stephen. Yes, 14,902 people can fit in this stadium tonight here at Flinders Park, and I'm standing about 3/4 of the way back, and it is absolutely a magnificent view of the court here tonight. As I said, there's some news from both camps. Andrew Vlahov has had tonsillitis this week, but he is fit to play and is raring to go. As for the Magic, Anstey and Ronaldson both suffered injuries last week, but they'll be out there doing their best for the Magic. Everything points to a Magic victory, so I'll tip Perth.
And who's the mate behind you, Tim, as we have a look at the starting 5s for the 2 teams tonight? And it's the South East Melbourne Magic up against the Perth Wildcats. For the Magic, Adonis Jordan, the point guard. Darren Lucas, one of the co-captains. Sam McKinnon, one of the most exciting players in the competition. And 2 boomers, Tony Ronaldson and Long John Dorge. For the Wildcats, Ricky Grace had a great start to the year. Stewart, Vlahov, Scott Fisher and James Crawford off the benches.
And neither bench having a whole lot of experience, but some great young talent out there. For the Magic, Shane Bright, Rupert Sapwell, Jason Smith, Chris Anstey, and of course Andrew Parkinson. For the Wildcats, Martin Catalini, Aaron Traher, Matthew Earp, Jackson, and the young Jason Thompson.
Well, Magic coach Brian Gorshin is a very worried man tonight. He believes his team couldn't have had a worse preparation for this encounter.
Well, the game plan, we have a game plan, but it hasn't been implemented because I haven't had my team here. I mean, I think it's the worst preparation for a game I've had since I've been with the Magic. And, I've made my comment. I mean, I haven't had 4 major players here for this game until today.
Yes, Paul Maley, it is a bit of a worry with the Boomers' commitments, but I guess that's something that Australian basketball has to accept.
Well, that's right, and most teams have had to deal with it, or quite a few teams have had to deal with that over the last few weeks, missing a few of their pivotal players, but that's been a part of Australian basketball for a while now, and you've just got to expect it and overcome it.
Well, Tim Gossage has tipped Perth, as we expect, being a Western Australian. What about you?
I'm going, I hate to say it, but I'm going the way of Tim Gossage. I'm going to tip Perth for an upset.
Yep.
Well, upset as far as the position on the ladder goes.
Why?
I just think that they haven't been playing probably as well as they can or could have over the last few weeks, and they're ready for a big game. They've got some great players. They may be a bit low on depth, but I think they're going to do it with the six players they've got.
Well, the Magic, as we said in the opener, are in first position on the ladder at the moment with 6 wins and only 1 loss in season 1995. They've won 4 in a row. The Wildcats, they're in 4th spot. 1-5, lost 3. They're looking at some of the stats, Paul. The Wildcats, pretty impressive. They're the 3rd best offensive team so far with 109 points a game. They're leading the field percentage in the NBL. They're second in the three-point percentage, second in the free throws. So they've got a few things going for them, the Wildcats.
They've got a lot of offensive weapons, and I think that's what's going to give Magic some problems. Although we'll probably see a graphic later on tonight about the fact that the Wildcats have had some problems in the fourth quarter. That's where they seem to let down defensively, but offensively they're going to be a lot to handle.
And there are the Perth Wildcats starting five. Andrew Vlahov, there's James Crawford, one of the great competitors in the NBL for many, many years. Adonis Jordan, well, he been a bit critical of him a couple of times this year, but gee, fired last week against the DMAC Paul and really contributed to the Magic's win. And we're away here at Flinders Park. The Magic in the black strips going to the right of your TV screen. There's Dorge inside. Up against the Perth wall, misses the first shot. Another chance for the Magic. Lucas dishes it back outside. Jordan, McKinnon. Here's Ronaldson for the three, and a great offensive rebound by Lucas.
Already they're punishing him on the boards. I mean, both teams are actually very good rebounding teams. There's not much of an edge statistically, but you look at them, they're going to the boards very hard. This is going to be a hard-fought game.
Another offensive rebound. Can they get? They just can't put it in, the Magic. They had about 4 chances, and eventually Perth come up with a basketball. Ricky Grace.
Man with the ball is having a fantastic year thus far. Shooting 55% from the floor and 50% from the three-point line as he goes to the hoop there.
And, well, almost a bit of glad wrap on both threes at the moment. Now Lucas again, down the court to McKinnon. And a foul. It's a push.
Both teams have a bit of early game nerves, I think.
Yeah, fouls against Lucas. So still no score. Gone 1 minute in this first quarter.
We're talking about some of the matchups. This will be a good one. Adonis and Ricky Grace. I think Ricky Grace to this point has had a better season. But as you said last week, Adonis Jordan did play a heck of a game. There's Fisher with a trademark turnaround baseline jumper.
One of your ex-teammates. McKinnon up the other end off the glass is good. So both teams now on the scoreboard. It's 2 apiece here early in the first quarter at Flinders Park. There's Fisher. Lucas has got the job on him. Shoots over the top of him. Big height advantage to Fisher. Could that be a problem for?
I think it could be. Lucas is known, of course, for his defense, but Fisher's carrying about good 4 inches on him, and he's certainly not giving up anything in the strength department. And as you saw there, even though Lucas was right up in his dish defensively, Fisher just shot over the top of him.
Just leaned out to the top, didn't he? So first foul against the Wildcats. It was against Stewart. And Tony Ronaldson will take the ball from the side. Play a lot of basketball this week, Ronaldson. I wonder if he knows exactly where he is tonight.
I'll tell you, I think for Perth defensively, Tony Ronaldson has got to be a key point of emphasis because...
Bad pass. Oh, McKinnon was absolutely sensational, but missed the dunk. That would have been the dunk of the century. Stewart dishes to Vlahov underneath. But
good turnaround by the Wildcats there. My, that was an incredible attempt.
That was Jordan-esque. We're talking about Michael Jordan, not Adonis.
I was saying before, I think Tony Ronaldson actually takes far more shot attempts than anybody else on the Magic, so obviously he's going to be a point of emphasis defensively for the Wildcats. You see Crawford showing a bit of hops getting up for that board.
Not bad for an old codger. James Crawford, 35 years of age. What a great athlete. There's Fisher, working his way in the paint. Shoots again over the top of Lucas, not this time. He's drawn the foul, and it's on Lucas again. So already, let's have a look at this Sam McKinnon missed dunk. He missed it, but look at him leap here. There's the turnover from Crawford. Just watch this.
Just takes off from outside the lane almost and leans all over Crawford.
That would have been something.
I think that would have been in the highlight reel for years to come.
Fisher at the foul line. Well, would you believe it? He has missed his first foul shot. And, well, we're going to bring up a statistic very shortly. And, well, Moz Scott Fisher, we had this prepared. And Paul Scott's missed at the foul line.
He was 27 for 27.
Hadn't missed a free throw since July 15th, 1994. Gone to the line for the first time tonight. And you guessed it, he missed it. Little wry smile on his face, too. Dorge. Now Lucas. Wildcats started well. They lead 7-2. Jordan in and out. Oh, almost mucked up there by the Wildcats, but fortunately they keep it in play, and down they come again. Perth has started well. There's Grace. Stripped to the strip ball. Now Dawes comes up with it. Ronaldson quickly to Jordan. Still in play. Back to Ronaldson. Spots up. And
he loves to shoot that three. He really does. That's something you've always got to be careful about with Tony Ronaldson. You think of him as a power forward who has that nice little jump hook in the middle and on the baseline, but man, you cannot leave him alone out there.
7-5. Wildcats in front. Crawford against Dorge. Grace thought about the shot, and that's a pretty cheap foul from John Dorge, no doubt about that one.
Stephen, we've played little under 3.5 minutes, and already the tie has come off for Brian Goorjian, and it's lasted 3.5 minutes. 7-5, his team trails.
He hasn't reached for the Diet Coke yet, though, Tim.
Not what you call a laid-back coach.
Crawford. And another foul against the Magic. Could it be Dorge again? It is. And number 2 for Long John, who is prone to foul trouble, Paul. This is not a great start for him.
No, that would be the one thing that would keep John Dorge out of a basketball game is himself. He's got to watch those cheap fouls, as you said. I mean, that was not even, it's not worth giving away a foul like that. See if James can convert.
Crawford at the line, averaging 16 points in 95. His career average is 25.
I think they really haven't been sharing the ball around a lot this year. He probably doesn't get as many shots as he has in past seasons. Even so, those numbers are a bit down for him.
So it's been somewhat of a sloppy start for the Magic in particular, but they're only down by 3.
I'm a bit surprised. I thought that Perth might start out with some zone. But you see they're going with that man-to-man D.
Good hands by Grace. And it's a Magic ball from the side. Ronaldson looking for the foul, but that was great work from Ricky Grace. There's Lucas. Another foul off the ball. This time Fisher has been pinged. You said before, Paul, Ricky Grace, tremendous start to the year. I know you're a bit biased. Let's get D-Mac out of the judging here, but Ricky Grace, the second best point guard in the NBL behind D-Mac?
I would say so, yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, of course you're right, I am biased. I'd probably pick D-Mac first, but Ricky Grace has proven himself over 5 years in the NBL now, and he's having one of his best seasons ever.
There's Jordan. He's got the job on Grace, just decides to shoot the lazy three, and nothing but net. So it's all tied up here at Flinders Park, 8 apiece. Vlahov to Crawford. That's a sweet shot.
That's where Crawford has the advantage over Dorge. He's going to take him outside a little bit and try to make Dorge play some defense out around the foul line.
So it's the Wildcats back in front by a couple. McKinnon, almost from the foul line. Really got to improve his offense, Sam McKinnon. That's one part of his game that needs to improve. Vlahov underneath. Good pass from Stewart.
Well, we saw that game last week against the Giants. He really did hurt the Giants in the first half, coming out and hitting some of those mid-range jumpers. If he can make that a consistent part to his offensive arsenal, man, I mean, how do you stop the guy then?
Jordan. Good defensive work from Crawford. And that wasn't the best shot that Darren Lucas has ever produced in his NBL career, so another chance for Perth. They're in front by 4. Grace. Crawford again, shoots over the top of Dorge, and is racking up the points at the moment, Crawford.
Dorge is going to have to come out and play up on that and hope for a bit of help defensively if he gets around him.
14 points to 8. Perth in front by 6.
Magic showing some good patience on offense. They're moving the ball around. There we go.
So Sam nails one. He's got 4 points in the game. And it's the Wildcats by 4.
Obviously, to this point, Perth is probably willing to give that up until Sam proves he's going to make it consistently.
Great play by Grace. Absolutely. Oh, Dorge, another foul. And this is big trouble for the Magic. And, yeah, John knows it. That was great play by Grace. He lost the ball and won it back. And, well, you'd almost have to rip George off now, Paul, and sit him down for the rest of the quarter.
I think, yeah, you see Anstey coming into the game now. Here we spent all this time talking about the big matchup between George and Crawford, but you can't always count on a guy staying on the floor.
So a great advantage now for Perth as we see Andrew Vlahov. one of the NBL players behind the Players Association. Just in the AFL, we have a Players Association, and Peter Allen, who's behind that, is also involved in the NBL Players Association. Paul, do you have a part in that?
Oh, well, every player is to a certain extent. I think as it's grown over the last few years and started to take on more of an active role in the league, players are starting to pay attention to it and pay their dues, and it's something that really, I mean, players have every interest in taking part of, obviously, because they benefit themselves.
Especially these days. So much in the newspapers and on television about so-called super leagues. Grace, great pass to Vlahov underneath. And another foul. So Perth doing very, very well.
That'll be Darren Lucas's third foul also, so more trouble there.
So big problems for the Magic as Lucas also sits down.
That is really going to hurt the Magic, matchup-wise. Tell you what, though, you bring Parkey into a game and you never know what's going to happen. He can turn it around in a heartbeat.
And we've got changes and all sorts of things happening at the moment. We've also got a timeout with 5:43 left in the first quarter. Wildcats lead the Magic by 5.
Well, that's the thing about, that's what I like about, yeah, that's the thing about football.
12 o'clock Saturday, the Saints and the Dockers. Then Sunday, the Eagles and the Bears, live on GWM.
Chicken around. Everybody's in the chicken street. Lights all blue skies. I got it fine. It's another magic day. Oh, I got the taste. We got it. I got the taste.
Australia has just developed a plastic that's good for the environment. The Energy Card, a low-interest credit card specifically for energy-efficient products. Use it to buy solar hot water heating and start saving on your energy bills straight away. Soon you'll be able to use it to buy heat pumps, insulation and reverse cycle air conditioners, all at a very low interest rate. For details about Energy Card, call this number and buy a better future.
So back here at Flinders Park, it's Andrew Vlahov at the foul line. Wildcats 15, Magic 10. Tim Gossage.
In that timeout, Adrian Hurley virtually gave James Crawford a license to go one-on-one with Chris Anstey. He wants to use his experience against the youngster. He also said to Anthony Stewart to allow Adonis Jordan that outside shot every now and then, but don't let him play as a driver.
And it's the Wildcats 17. Vlahov's got 7 points. Fisher and Crawford 5 apiece. McKinnon's got 4 for the Magic. And a big job now for young Chris Anstey for Southeast Melbourne, with both Dorge and Lucas sitting on the bench with 3 fouls apiece. Only halfway through the first quarter. Parkinson thought about the 3. Now Jordan drives and almost tipped in by Anstey. So Wildcats ball.
Wildcats obviously making a priority early to get the ball inside and around the hoop, whether it be the short-range jumpers or right underneath the hoop. And I think that will continue now with Dorge out of the game.
Grace, Crawford. Good play by Vlahov, but he's been called for the foul.
You might think that that was to be expected for them to get the ball inside, but actually if you look at the Perth Wildcats stats this year, Steve, the guy who's taking the most shots for the team is Ricky Grace, and doing a good job of it too, hitting 55% of them. But you wouldn't normally want a point guard taking more shots than anybody else on the team, but he really is doing a great job this year running the show.
Martin Cavallini's in for the Wildcats. Crawford sits down for a break, and what a great start James Crawford's had. 5 points, couple of rebounds. Parkinson.
Some good tussling going on there between Ronaldson and Vlahov.
Ronaldson's three-point attempt misses. Now Grace brings the ball back up the court for Perth. Stewart. Short arms it. Good play by Cavallini. Slaps it back out to Grace. Grace drives. Oh, almost through the foul. Not quite. Now Jordan. He's got Parkinson to the right. Ronaldson to the left. He goes to Ronaldson. He misses. Here's a chance for Perth. One-on-one. Grace against McKinnon. Grace drives. Fouls on McKinnon.
And that's another thing that the Perth Wildcats are doing that's slightly different to most of their seasons, is this year they have gone to the line less than all of their opponents, which could possibly be explained by the fact that they're shooting almost 1 out of every 3 attempts from the three-point line. And even though they're doing a fantastic job of that as well, shooting 41% as a team, you obviously give up something because they're not getting the ball inside as much and going to the line.
Ricky Grace averages 20 points in his NBL career this year, averaging 23 points. So, as Paul said, really having an outstanding start to 1995. And the game just getting away from the Magic a bit here. It's Perth leading by 9 points with still 4 left in the first quarter.
Perth playing some good D. Now you see they're challenging guys like Anstey to step out and shoot.
Hasn't lost a hot hand over the week. Another 3-point monster from Andrew Parkinson.
Hasn't Parky gotten off to a great start this year? You can put the guy in the game and he's instant offense. I mean, I know that sounds cliche now because that's what they say in the warm-ups, but man, the guy is just, he's so dangerous.
Grace. Trahair's on for Perth also. He's got the ball now, spots up. Misses. Rebound to Parkinson. Now Jordan.
Perth really sagging back in the zone now. Challenging all but, I would suggest, 1 or 2 players to shoot.
Oh, great pass to Anstey. It was a sort of semi-alley-oop, I guess you could call it, Paul.
Oh, I'd call it an alley-oop. Nothing semi about it. That was nice.
19-15. Wildcats lead by 4, so a good little fight back here by the Magic. Good pass inside from Blahoff to Fisher. Oh, big reject from McKinnon. Big reject from McKinnon. Parkinson thought about the 3. Good defensive work from Grace. Now the crowd's starting to find some voice. They've been very subdued so far. We credit that to the great Perth defence. Oh, off the foot of Trahair, so it still is a Magic ball. Let's have a look at that alley-oop from Anstey. The pass from McKinnon, well, yeah, I guess it's alley-oop.
Not bad for a young kid, huh?
Gee, it makes it look easy sometimes, but that is a very difficult pass to throw, isn't it, Paul?
It is. It's not only the positioning of the pass, but the timing, because you've got to read when the guy's going to be able to gather himself and get up to that height to put the ball in the hoop.
Seen that play made famous by Andrew Gaze and Leonard Copeland.
Yeah, I was just going to say the same thing. I don't think anybody throws it better than Andrew now in this league because he can throw that from half court on a dime.
It's 5 cents actually in Australia, Paul.
All right, on a 5-cent piece.
We know you are becoming an Australian citizen too, by the way, so we just like to put that on the record. And there's the holding off the ball.
It's getting a bit rough down there.
Big Rupert Sapwell.
Andrew Vlahov will take a couple.
And Vlahov will relish that challenge because he likes it rough. One of the great players in Australian basketball. He's got 7 points already. Averaging 19 points this year. His career average is also 19. So it's the Wildcats 20, Magic 15. Just over 2 minutes remaining. There's the clock on your screen. Just over 2 remaining in the first quarter here at Flinders Park. It's week 7 of the Mitsubishi Challenge. Foul off the ball. It's a charge.
I tell you, for a non-contact sport like basketball, there's a few bodies flying around here tonight.
Let's have a look at that. There's the big screen set by Anstey, and hurt Andrew. In fact, it's hit him in the throat, which is probably not the best place to hit him this week, considering he's been in bed all week with tonsillitis. And Vlahov, it must have been a fair hip and shoulder, Tim Gossage, if Vlahov goes off.
It certainly is, and he doesn't need that. He's coming off a season low of 12 points against the Tigers, and that's, I think, the tonsillitis was starting to settle in, but I'm sure he'll add to that tonight. Stephen.
Thanks, Timothy. Grace to Crawford. Trahair, a bit too fancy. Great steal by Jordan. And drops the 2 and draws the foul on Grace. Great play, Adonis Jordan.
It was good hustle by Ricky Grace to get back there, but unfortunately he was rewarded with a foul, and Adonis was good enough to finish it off, so he gets the 3-point play, or a chance at it anyway. Here we go. Look at him pick that ball clean. Now you see Ricky Grace come all the way from the other end of the court and get there. Adonis is just too good for that play.
Yeah, great camera work there too. You saw that perfectly. And Jordan's at the line for the extra point. So it's 20 points to 18 now. It's just 2 the difference. So good fight back by the Magic. Grace. Earps on for Magic. For Wildcats, I should say. And he's going at it off the ball with Anstey. It's a turnover. He could be a linebacker in the gridiron. He's a huge man, Earp, isn't he?
I hope they get the referees to pull up his tent stakes in the key there. He was in there for at least 3 seconds that time.
Parkinson drives, stripped of the ball, draws the foul.
Ricky not too happy about that call.
So second personal foul on Ricky Grace. Just repeating, there's 2 Magic players on the bench with 3. And that's the co-captains, Lucas and Dorge. I'm sure they'll be back on in the second quarter. Parkinson at the foul line. Shooting 92% from the foul line this year, which is sensational. What's your percentage at the foul line, career-wise, Paul?
I'm okay. I'm 79%, which is respectable, but nothing great.
Grace, great dish to Earp, and an easy 2 points.
I think that's what Perth needs to get a bit more of. They started off the game extremely aggressive, punching the ball inside, working it around well. I think they need to see Ricky Grace get in there. Oh, Parky lets a rainbow fly.
Crawford, and it's a Magic ball from the baseline.
And James Crawford applies the flying body press to the Magic Charms.
So it's a Wildcats by 2. With less than a minute left in this first quarter. Here's a chance for the Magic to level things up or perhaps even hit the front with a 3. Parkinson drives again and just won't drop. It's tough under there. Sapwell misses. Oh, great offensive rebound, Anstey. Excellent work.
Well, their shooting percentages aren't going to be anything great in this first quarter, but I tell you, their endeavor is fantastic. I don't know how many offensive rebounds that is now for the Magic, but they can't get it to drop, but they keep going at it. And there we have it, 27% Magic is shooting so far this first quarter.
Taken 26 shots and dropped just 7 of them.
And lads, from the line last year, Chris Anstey shot at 81%, which was the best of any player over 206 centimetres.
You are just a walking statistics machine, Tim Gossage.
A wealth of information.
He spends a week on that, you know. He lives for it.
Steve, you mentioned they've taken 26 shots. The Wildcats, in contrast, have only attempted 12. It doesn't matter what kind of percentage you shoot. If you're shooting more than twice as many shots as the opposition, you stand a good chance of winning.
Cheap foul on Stewart. So this has been a great fight back, Paul. You'd have to say that the Wildcats, you know, look far better in an early piece of this match, but it's only 1 point the difference now.
Yeah, well, you said it. I mean, the Magic have fought back well, and we probably predicted doom for them with Dorge and Lucas sitting down early, but the guys who have replaced them have come in and done a good job.
And McKinnon up to 5 points. You can make that 6, and South East Melbourne are now in front by 1 point. And this should be the last play of the first quarter here at Flinders Park. Trahair brings up the basketball. There's the clock running down. 10 seconds to go. Catalini to Crawford. Will he take on McKinnon? Going to have to hurry. Tough shot. Oh, great block, McKinnon. Anstey comes up with it. Steal by Crawford. Don't tell me on the buzzer. Oh, great play, Crawford. So a great, entertaining first quarter here at Flinders Park. But I guess in the end, the honours go to the Magic. They lead the Wildcats 23 points to 22.
I am now undeniably the man with the golden gun.
When the world's most powerful weapon is in the hands of a maniac, you've got one big problem.
There's no problem.
And you need an immediate solution.
I need 007.
Stand back, girls.
His name is Bond.
James Bond.
Starring Roger Moore, Britt Eklund, and Christopher Lee.
This is the part I really like.
It's James Bond at his best.
We are the best.
The man with the golden gun.
Saturday on GWM.
Scratch that and your life's not worth living.
What a guy.
How about Fatty? Get the Barbie ready.
Actually, something worth putting on the Barbie.
Look after Mum, Spunky.
Hey, gonna get your mother?
Take it easy on the open roads, yeah? Dad. I don't drive like that anymore. I haven't got the ticket in Yonks.
A fishing trip has turned to tragedy, with another horror smash adding to Western Australia's weekend road toll. Police are blaming speed.
2 young males heading off on a fishing trip died here late this afternoon. The road was dry and locals say there was little traffic. Police put it down to speed.
We can make laws, we can give all the warnings in the world. But in the end, it's up to individual drivers to drive within the speed limits.
As yet, the bodies of the 2 young men have not been identified.
Lately I've been thinking about setting up the world's best metal supplier and calling it Mervland.
We've got beams for buildings and barns, all the roofing materials to keep you dry inside, plus all the fencing to keep things in. Hey, all out. If you're a farmer, tradesman or handyman, we've got all the metal building products you could ever need.
I'm surprised no one's thought of doing this before. Whoops, only kidding. Even I know you can't better Metal Land. No kidding.
Hello. If you've just given up smoking, you may be experiencing some withdrawal symptoms. But don't worry, the craving usually goes away after a month or so. In the meantime, well, you just have to hang in there. Oh, Brucey, I need you.
Quit. It's worth the effort.
We're talking big.
Yeah.
Very big.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah.
We're talking a 50% bigger, better burger than ever before, with 50% more of that famous Hungry Jack's flame grilled beef. Gigantic.
Yeah.
We're talking the biggest bacon double cheeseburger deluxe ever.
With more beef in every bite.
50% more beef and still only $2.95.
Got the hungries for Hungry Jacks.
Sensational.
Awesome. Yeah.
Quarter time here at Flinders Park as we see Andrew Parkinson nail his first 3 of the game. It's the Magic 23, Wildcats 22. McKinnon and Jordan have 6 apiece for the Magic. Parkinson's got 5 with the Wildcats. Vlahov 8, Crawford 5 and Fisher 5. Gossage, what do you have to report?
Brian Gorgin's biggest concern in that timeout, the quarter-time timeout, was that the Wildcats had made 12 points from free throws. He said, just keep them off the line. Number 1 objective.
And late in that first quarter, the Magic went on a 13-3 run.
I think the score sort of favors the Magic. Anytime you have a low-scoring game, the Magic average the lowest points against any team in the league, whereas the Perth Wildcats average, I think, the 3rd highest points scored. So this 22-23 in the first quarter, that probably does favor the Magic.
He's conceding 95 points per game, the Magic. Oh, great pass underneath the Vlahov. Just couldn't get a handle on it. And it's been a turnover.
Trying an alley-oop of their own, didn't come off that time.
So Jordan brings the ball back up. Parkinson. Dorsch.
It's a nice touch for a guy who's 6'11".
Stewart thought about the 3. Now tries to get past that. Well, does. Gives a good pass to Fisher. Just fails to drop it. They set it up well, Perth, just couldn't finish off the work. Another chance for the Magic. They lead by 3. Dorsch. Vlahov comes up with the basketball.
Both teams, again, starting the second quarter the same way they started the game, punching the ball inside quite a bit. There's Fisher on the baseline again. That's his spot. Once again, can't get it to go.
So Parkinson. Jordan. Oh, sloppy pass. Stewart comes up with it, gives it to Grace. McKinnon, he's going to look for a block here. Oh, very clever by Ricky Grace.
Used the basket to keep Sam away from him. That was well done by Ricky Grace. He's a class player, though, and he's got a lot of experience. I'm sure he's had a lot of players who can jump just about as high as Sam or higher, trying to get at a shot.
So it's Southeast Melbourne by 1. Parkinson, it's an absolute monster. And, well, he's now 1 from 3 at the three-point arc. Fisher down the other end. Fouls on McKinnon.
Gee, that was close to doing something severe damage to Scott Fisher's knee there. By watching right out of McKinnon, fell right on Scott Fisher's leg. And, gee, the way the knee injuries are happening in sport, it looked nasty for a moment.
Let's have a look at a replay of this. And, you are dead right. That looked like reconstruction material, that one. Very, very
Scott
lucky.
has a history of Achilles problems, too. That could have done a lot of things, I tell you.
He can count himself pretty lucky, Scott Fisher. That wasn't serious, and that's great. A great break, shall we say, and Crawford nails the 2. And it's the Wildcats back in front by 1.
This is almost exactly the same way the first quarter started off. Let's see if the Wildcats can carry it on this time rather than allowing the Magic to turn it around.
Parkinson, another 3.
Hey, that's not a good way to start if you want to carry it on. Let that guy have an open three-pointer.
Parkinson up to 8 points. That's an equal game high with Blaholt. 28 Magic, 26 Wildcats. Grace gets past Dorsch, dishes back to Crawford.
35 years old and getting up like that.
You keep saying that's old, you blokes. Fair dinkum, I reckon you're both about 35.
Oh, speak for yourself.
That's lovely, isn't it?
We might average 35.
Dorsch, you just
being around
concentrate
40.
on the game, buddy. Grace. Crawford off the glass, excellent shot. And it's the Wildcats 30, the Magic 30. So it's all tied up. Just over 8.5 left in the second quarter.
Getting the ball inside very well.
George, you've only been in the game 1 minute. You're starting to bag the commentator already. You're a quick learner.
Tim started it.
So Magic back in front by 2. Here's Stewart off the foot of Dorsch. Turnover so far, Magic 6, Wildcats 5, so that's not too bad. Rebounds pretty even, Magic 16, Wildcats 14. So it's a pretty even game right across the board at the moment. Stewart had plenty of time for the 3. And that's his first three-pointer. In fact, that's his first points in the game. It's the Wildcats by 1.
Both teams doing a pretty poor job of getting out to the shooters you would expect to make those shots.
Push against Blahov. It's his second personal foul.
That's his second.
So it will be a Magic ball. Parkinson from the baseline. Parkinson, another three-point monster. Oh, he is just on fire in 1995. 3 from 5. He's up to 11. You just can't stop that.
And he just doesn't hesitate, does he? As soon as he's got just an inch of space, he's going to let it fly. He's got no conscience. He's never heard of a bad shot.
Fisher works his way to the basket. And second time lucky.
Good strong work by Scott Fisher. Not intimidated. Not intimidated by John Dorsch.
Magic 50% from the three-point line.
Mostly due to Andrew Parkinson.
He's got 3 of them.
This ball foul has been called against James Crawford.
You have to think the way Andrew Parkinson's playing at the moment, Paul, that he's just boomers material. You know, Australia needs someone like that to come out and nail big threes.
He really is a major threat, and I can't see why you wouldn't at least have him in camp, because, I mean, he hasn't done anything wrong this year.
Oh, good work. Almost stolen by Blahov. Ronaldson now. Not quite. It's tough underneath there. Blahov comes up with a basketball. Now Grace. Stewart. Good baseline drive. And it's the Wildcats back in front by 2. So it's basket for basket at the moment. Just nothing in this game right across the statistical board. everything pretty even. Jordan. Oh, it's a tough shot to make. It's good work by Adonis Jordan. Fouls on Fisher.
Getting to the hoop well there. You don't often see, or probably not often enough, you don't see Adonis Jordan actually driving to the hole and creating things. Sometimes he relies too heavily upon that sweet outside shot he's got.
So second foul on Scott Fisher. Jordan at the line. 6 points, 4 assists so far, so he's a pretty good start. And you give the guy a rap, he'll miss it every time.
He did it to Fisher in the beginning of the game.
And it's the Wildcats now leading by 1, 37-36. Catalini. Stewart. Dishes to Vlahov. And off the board goes Vlahov for 2 more points. So Vlahov's in double figures.
Perth attacking the basket very well this quarter. And haven't let up like they did after the first 4 minutes or so of the first quarter.
Lucas back on for the Magic. Dorge. Good rebound by Stewart, who's coming into the game now. Oh, the no-look pass was intercepted by Lucas.
Should have
Now
been a
Ronaldson.
bounce pass. Quarter should have been a bounce pass.
Trying to be a bit too fancy there. Parkinson, oh, don't tell me. Not this time. Rebound Fisher, now Grace. Good pass. Cavallini.
I think that's Ricky Grace's 8th assist already with 5 minutes 40 left to go in the half.
So Wildcats by 5. Hope you're enjoying the game indoors in Western Australia as Lucas flies through the air as a foul off the ball. Could be Fisher's third. It is.
Foul is on Scott Fisher.
And what's Lucas? Oh, a little bit of Logie stuff in there, but it was there.
Certainly some contact, although we didn't get a chance to see what came first. You never know who's starting that sort of thing.
So Fisher will sit down. We'll see McKinnon coming back on for the Magic. As I was saying, I hope you're enjoying the game over in Western Australia. Currently it's Perth in front by 5. 5.5 remaining in the second quarter. Alley-oop! Foul. Gee, and I reckon that's pretty tough on Catalini.
What is he meant to do?
I know. I'd like to see a replay of that one.
Foul is on Martin Catalini.
There's the alley-oop. Oh, he's just contesting for the ball.
Yeah, I agree. When the ball's up in the air like that,
Crikey.
unless he's making an obvious effort to hit the man rather than go for the ball, I think you've got to let him play the game.
Surely allowed to contest. I reckon that's a bit stiff on Catalini. Anyway, McKinnon's at the line. And it's 41-37. Wildcats by 4. Stewart. And Vlahov. Will he take on Anstey? He does. And great strength.
That is very strong now. Giving up about a good 6 inches at least. He just powered his way to the hoop.
Lucas, Erpen, Ronaldson going at it off the ball. Now Jordan. Well, that's good play. That's the Wildcats again by 4. Stewart. Still Stewart. Oh, the old 1-2. Back to Stewart. Great block by Anstey. He was a wake up to that. Worth a try by the Wildcats. Now Jordan.
Stewart went in there and the large person said, "Taste this."
Ronaldson. Oh,
that's a bad
turnover.
As a coach, you hate to see those unforced ones.
And a timeout here at Flinders Park, called by the Wildcats. They lead the Magic 43 points to 39.
Take a walk.
Will you please marry me?
On the wild side.
Stick it down your trousers and see what happens.
With Hey Hey.
I have facts coming through.
Saturday.
You want to see Fred?
Superstar Mel Gibson and the Divinals.
Entertainment with a capital T.
Hey Hey on GWS.
I got the hot corn, I got the peas. That barbecue chicken is making me big at the knees. I got the best chips, can't get them better nowhere. Oh no, chicken trees. We got it. When I saw chicken trees, we got it. I'm gonna buy chicken trees. We got it. We got it. We got it. We got it. I got the taste.
And 4.5 minutes left in the second quarter. It's the Wildcats leading the Magic by 4 points. And it's a pretty even game. Just get a feeling that one team's about to make a bit of a charge soon. Oh, alley-oop pass just didn't come off. Lucas chipped in there, but it is a Wildcats ball.
And absolutely no difference. Sorry, Paul, no difference to the other end when Catalini was called for the foul backing into the player. Andrew Varhov made that point.
I have to agree with that.
Field shooting percentage, well, Wildcats way in front there.
Fouls on Chris Anstey.
Fouls on Anstey.
That's number 2 on Chris.
That's his second personal. There's the replay. No doubt about that one.
See, he's arguing because he felt he got his hand on top of the ball, but he's not really paying attention to the fact that the rest of his arms just fairly well slaughtered Blomhoff.
Isn't it great to see Mike Ellis still involved with the Wildcats and an on-court role as the team manager here tonight. He played 9,224 games for the Wildcats, and now he's picking up the singlets and handing out the drinks. So good to see him helping out.
9,224 games. That is a lot of games.
He was playing when I was very young.
He's been playing since 1932.
McKinnon inside to Anstey. Oh, tough shot to make. Draws the foul.
I think you're right there, Steve. It was going to be a tough shot, and Perth probably bailed him out a bit by fouling him. They didn't need to. He had to get all the way around 180 degrees in the air, and he was a good 8 or 9 feet away from the basket.
Well, we're giving Cheerios to guys on the benches. I'd like to say a big hello to Steve Evans, the physiotherapist for the South East Melbourne Magic, who did a tremendous job on my Achilles before the game.
Anybody else? Your grandmother? Your mom?
That'll do.
Anybody?
That'll do. Okay. Give credit where credit's due.
I happen to know he is a very good physio. I would say, though, not quite as good as his wife, Jill Cook.
Crawford pulls down the rebound. So that's the Wildcats by 4. It's Catalini. Good defensive work from Anstey. Forces the turnover. Jordan spots up and misses. It's a Magic ball.
And really, Perth probably lucky to have even that good a result. There was 3 Magic jerseys there waiting for the offensive rebound, and the only one who was there was Trahere, and he tapped it out of bounds.
Ronaldson. Underneath. Jump ball between Anstey and Crawford. Top back Anstey.
No, I'll take Crawford.
Chris Anstey and James Crawford.
Tony Ronaldson right now 1 for 8 from the field. The Wildcats have done a very good job in concentrating on him.
And Anstey wins the tip. Now a chance for the Magic. Ronaldson needs to lift a bit. He's got the 3 points in the game. There's Anstey. Lucas, the familiar baseline drive. And the foul is forthcoming. It's on Grace.
Foul is on Ruby Grace. That's number 3.
And that's his third personal foul. So, nothing too serious yet. Grace has got 3 fouls. Fisher's got 3 for the Magic. Dorge and Lucas both have 3, and they were racked up in the first half of the first quarter. Those 2 gentlemen, so they've done a good job since.
And young Jason Thompson, I'm led to believe, is making his NBL debut tonight for the Perth Wildcats. He is about to check into the game.
And nice goatee. Can't be that young to have a goatee that well grown.
44-41. Wildcats by 3. Grace. There's Catalini. Grace shoots over the top of Jordan. Great play underneath Catalini. Oh, tips it in third attempt. Good work.
Good perseverance. That was only the 4th shot we've seen from Ricky Grace this game so far. He really has been trying to punch the ball inside.
So it's the Wildcats by 5. Anstey, he's free, so he says, I'll have a shot.
Credit the last Wildcats basket to Martin Cavalli.
The rebound of Lahov. Now Crawford. Grace. Oh, it's a shocking pass. Jordan. Oh, great steal, Crawford. Here's a show. Oh, that is brilliant. Oh, he's given him plenty, and so has Catalini. Both Catalini and Crawford right into Anstey's face, and a little bit of aggro there.
Yeah,
it's
well,
good to see.
It's good to see. Good for the game, I think.
And look at this. This is spectacular. Bang.
Anstey just got what you call posterized.
There's Catalini giving it to Anstey, and
here he comes, lining him up. Anstey was going to go for this block all the way, and you see Crawford cut off his angle there and went straight to the basket, used his body well, and there it is, Catalini giving him a bump and letting him know that he just got dunked on viciously.
Jason Thompson is now in the game, and he is a 24-year-old, and he spent the last 4 years in Oregon as there's a timeout called by the Wildcats.
Yes, he's come straight on, and he's going straight off again as the Wildcats lead the Magic by 7.
He got it! This could be it! Beautiful! Very close here.
World Cup rugby continues with Australia and Romania. 10:50 Saturday night on GWM.
Certain things belong in certain packages. Anything else just doesn't seem right. And soft drinks are no exception. So we're replacing this with this. Good idea, huh?
I don't know why I love you, but I do. I don't know why I cry so, but I do. I only know I'm lonely and that I want you only. I don't know why I love you, but I do.
Well, the Magic Man's making a goose of himself again. If we go off air, this is the reason. That is very dangerous. You could end up with a very rude electric shock.
Well,
wouldn't we set on the Magic Man, or would we?
He's made a living out of making a buffoon of himself. No different this time.
48 Wildcats, Magic 41. Tim Gossage, anything to report from that time?
No, just that Shane Bright, he's checked into the game. He hasn't seen a lot of court time this year, but he's obviously going to work his way down to half-time to give Adonis Jordan a good rest to be ready for the second half. Mike Ellis has played 302 games.
Thank you. That's a bit of a difference from 9,000, whatever it was. Parkinson, good work. Weeds his way close to the basket, but misses. Blahov the rebound. Oh, charge, is it? Yep.
Stephen, interesting stat. The Perth Wildcats are now out-rebounding the Magic by 24-19. It was 16-all not too long ago. And this year, the Perth Wildcats have out-rebounded their opponent, and I think every year since I've been in Australia, they've been known to do that. So once again, establishing a dominance on the boards.
So big play coming up for the Magic. They trail by 7. You'll need to score here. Parkinson, oh, good defensive work by the Wildcats. Trahere makes up for his charge. Now Thompson. Crawford takes on Dorsch. Mrs. Blahov almost tipped it in. Ronaldson the rebound. He's been quiet, Ronaldson. Now Bright. Less than a minute left in the first half. Magic throwing it around. Oh, Dorsch stripped to the ball. Again, great defensive work. Oh, the pass from Thompson almost astray.
Bit of nerves there, I'd say.
Catalini.
Get the ball right back inside.
Oh, it's absolute comedy capers at the moment. There's turnovers and mistakes happening everywhere.
A bit sloppy there.
So another chance for the Magic. They still trail by 7, and there's 37 seconds left in the first half. So they'll probably run the clock down here.
guessing they're either going to run Andrew Parkinson off the screen and try to get him open for an outside shot or punch it into John Dorge.
So there's about a 6-second differential on the clock. Ronaldson, McKinnon. There's Parkinson lurking in three-point territory. Up it goes. Oh, should be a foul. He nails it and draws the foul. Sensational Parkinson.
How many times have you seen him do that? Last shot of the quarter or the half, and he gets it off every time.
So it could be a 4-point play. There's the shot, and a pretty crude sort of foul. Thompson, a bit of inexperience there. Down it dropped, and Parkinson will go to the line for an extra shot, and it's not often you see a 4-point play.
Well, it's not often unless you watch the Magic and Andrew Parkinson's got the ball. I've seen him do that so many times now. I'll tell you what, though, he played for that all the way. I don't think it was much of a foul by Jason, but Andrew was but Andrew was playing for it all the way.
10 seconds left in the first half. Magic trail by 4. Vlahov loses it. McKinnon, what can he produce here? The Hail Mary from half court. Almost, but not quite. Half time. Wildcats 48, Magic 44.
Young males heading off on a fishing trip died here late this afternoon. The road was dry and locals say there was little traffic. Police put it down to speed.
We can make
What's going on?
Well, we're not greengrocers, we're the fresh food people. You can't get fresher than that. Delivered fresh every day. It's the only way. And you can't get fresher than that. Well, Woolworths the fresh food people, with fresh ideas for you. Well, Woolworths the fresh food people, and you can't get fresher than that. Australia's Woolworths, the fresh food people.
The Bridgestone G-Grid is designed to grip. G-Grid's advanced rubber compound and aggressive tread pattern gives you superior handling and precise stopping.
Bridgestone, that's confidence.
Until this Saturday only, there's 15% off everything at Bon Marché Bunbury. Save 15% on all the latest menswear. Save 15% on all ladies' winter fashions. Quality clothing to have you looking better for less this winter. But remember, Bon Marché's 15% off everything sale is on until this Saturday only. And only at Bon Marché Mensland and Bon Marché Ladies Fashions Bunbury.
Albany Welding Supplies are steel fabricators. Albany Welding Supplies are BOC agents for over 80 industrial gases used in trades, agriculture, hospitality, crafts, medical and ozone-friendly refrigerants. Albany Welding Supplies is the only word in welding. SIG Weld, Oxy, Arc, MIG plus SIP welding equipment. Albany Welding Supplies are protector safety people to keep you covered. And Albany Welding Supplies are New Flame Albany, the new team for home LPG gas cylinders. Albany Welding Supplies are at your service.
Yes, the Magic bus. You'll see that driving around Melbourne for the remainder of season 1995. That's a bus that the North Melbourne Giants team avoids at all costs. As we have a look at the half-time statistics with the Wildcats leading the Magic 48 points to 44.
And there you go. Look at it. The first statistic that really stands out is that field shot percentage. 33% for the Magic, 59% for the Wildcats. You'd think with that the lead would actually be much larger, but Magic having attempted 10 more shots than the Wildcats, it's close enough. Free throws similar, both teams shooting pretty poorly. And three-point shots, actually, that's probably the other stat that's keeping the Magic close. Rebounds, of course, Perth showing a bit of an edge, and turnovers pretty even.
And let's have a look at the top scorers in the game so far, with the Wildcats leading by 4 points for Perth. Crawford and Vlahov 13 apiece, Fisher 7, Stewart 5 for the Magic, Parkinson 14. He really is having a great season. Jordan 9, McKinnon 7 and Dorge 6. So we're ready for a start into the third quarter. Pretty subdued first half, I guess you'd say, Paul, both on the court and in the crowd too, wasn't it?
It was. It had its moments, but both teams had some patches of sloppy play. I think the crowd probably reacted to that and got a bit flat at times. Both teams starting out each quarter very intensely, getting the ball inside, driving to the hole well, and then, as you said, getting a bit sloppy in patches.
So the Magic going to the left of your TV screen in the second half. Jordan. Lahov the rebound. They'll be happy to miss the NBA action today. The Houston Rockets are through to the NBA final. They defeated San Antonio in the sixth game, 100 points to 95. They won the series 4-2, and they'll either play. As we see Grace give it to Fisher, Fisher to Crawford, and good steal. You could almost call that a steal.
I don't give them much of a chance in this jump ball, though.
No, and they'll either play, back in the NBA, they'll either play Orlando or Indiana, the Houston Rockets. So great play by them to make it into the second final series. And you'll see, of course, all the action on Network 10, Paul. All the finals you'll see on Network 10.
Excellent. That'll be a fantastic matchup to watch. I hope.
Hopefully they get through. So that
Shaquille
Shaq can play against.
Exactly right.
That'd be great.
Shaquille and Akeem.
As I said, you'll see all the action on Network 10. And I think Lucas has been pinged for the foul. That's his fourth.
There you see that height disadvantage at work again. Fisher really did have him sealed with a nice little lob pass from Vlahov, but the only thing he could really do, Lucas, was foul Fisher.
Now Luke, beg your pardon, Fisher. Tough shot to make. And Crawford almost tipped it in. Gee, it's tough under there sometimes with arms going everywhere. Now Grace, another chance for the Wildcats. Crawford weaving his way to the basket. Sweet shot. He's up to 15. That's a game high. And the Wildcats lead by 6.
The Wildcats now up by 8 rebounds, 28 rebounds to 20 so far in this game. That could prove to be critical.
Ronaldson, who needs to lift, I think you'll agree, Paul. There's Dorsch, fires the 2, he misses. Another rebound at Perth. Really need more from Ronaldson, don't they? Only 3 points really is not good enough.
No, that's true, but I'll tell you, the Wildcats are making it awfully hard on him. They're collapsing on him. Every time he gets the ball, it's either a double or even a triple team.
Oh, what a big by Dorsch. That is spectacular.
Bit of a taste in there.
Mad scramble on the floor. Everyone's in there. It'll be another jump ball, this time between Vlahov and Dorsch. Let's have a look at the block from Long John. Averages almost 5 a game this year. Get that rubbish out of here, he says.
And Stewie just pulling the last bits of leather out of his teeth there.
First block for the night for Dorsch. And he wins the ball back for South East Melbourne. So 6 points in favour of Perth. Dorsch in the paint. Gives it back to Jordan. Fakes. Now double team. Gives it to Ronaldson. This will give him some confidence if he nails it, but he can't. Good positioning by Fisher. Oh, great play, Ronaldson.
Missed the shot, but didn't get his head down and not finish the play on the other end. And good strength there by John Dorsch. You saw they had a hand on the ball, but he just powered it right through him and finished the layup.
So it's the Wildcats by 4. Off the ball, Crawford and Dorsch. Whew.
Dorsch doesn't mind a bit of that.
Fisher. Back out to Vlahov for 3. And that was nothing but fresh air.
I believe that's the first outside shot we've seen Vlahov attempt this game.
And a chance for the Magic to narrow the gap even further. Jordan for 3. And it's a 1-point ball game. Wildcats 50, Magic 49. And they've nailed 7 3-pointers. The Magic 44%, which is better than their field percentage.
That's right. That is the only thing that's keeping them in the game at the moment.
Crawford. Dorsch slaps it away. Vlahov pops one there accidentally. Now a chance for Jordan again. Little shake and bake. Great pass. Got to be a foul on Fisher. It is.
Fisher's
And that's
fourth.
his fourth. Yes, Stewart and
foul.
Fisher both have 4 fouls. Lucas has got 4 for the Magic. Here's the
Probably see
replay.
Adrian Hurley going to the bench now.
And it was accidental, but nevertheless a foul.
Nope, looks like he's going to leave Fish in there, count on his experience, and hope that he does the right thing.
George.
Stays out of trouble. Oh, nice move, John Dorge.
Yeah, draws the foul on Crawford.
Of course, with Crawford, sometimes all it takes is an eyebrow fake because he loves to get up there and throw that shot away.
13th foul.
So Long John is at the line.
John Dorge, the shooting.
Let's check his shooting percentage. Big man not necessarily very good at the free throw line, but he's shooting 83% this year and a career record of 63%.
Oh, he's doing well. Henry didn't even put the Mars on.
So Dorge nails them both, and it is 51-50. The Magic are back in front. So again, another good little mini fight back by Southeast Melbourne. Just sense the Magic have lifted a notch the last minute or so. Vlaho, another block
I
from
think
Dorge.
that got blocked twice. First by McKinnon, then by Dorge.
Now Jordan starting to get some emotion going. The Magic, Jordan! It's a
crowd
two-pointer.
responding now.
It's a 2-pointer. Paul, you can just sense, as I said, a bit of emotion creeping in the game. Magic just getting a bit more desperate.
Magic really does thrive on that sort of emotion. You know, some teams like to keep it emotionless and make it very clinical. I think Magic is one of those teams that really does count on getting some response from the crowd.
And a very sensible and clever timeout called by Coach Adrian Hurley for the Wildcats. It's the Magic 53, Perth 50.
It's time to celebrate this great state of Western Australia. Starting Monday night, Premier Richard Court joins the GWN News Hour to introduce a week of special reports from right across the state. The GWN News Hour, celebrating the regions in WA Week.
No one's here just for the ride. There's a job to do, and we do it with pride.
WestTrac's commitment to backup and support for Caterpillar owners and operators throughout Western Australia is total.
Now we're working together, we're a powerful team.
And WestTrac has demonstrated that commitment with actions, not words, by installing the most advanced high-tech parts and service computer system in Australia. WestTrac.
I got it now, ooh, taking a ride. The taste for chicken treat cooking up inside. Man, this chicken's just too good to resist. Barbecue, not fried. All the people are having good times, 'cause the West's a party all the time. Here comes another match day. Oh, I got the taste. We got it, we got it, we got it. I got the taste.
A couple of decisive plays in the last few seconds. The block by Dorge. And down the other end, this shot from Adonis Jordan. It was a 2-pointer, but they'll take the points to Magic. They lead 53-50. Fisher. Grace. Fisher, another chance. Picks his moment. And good work from Scott Fisher.
1, 2, 3 fakes.
That'll steady the
Finally
ship.
got him to go up.
In that last time, that Adrian Hurley was quite disappointed because he said they've got lazy. They've started to throw long outlet passes, which is something they haven't done all year. And he said he's sick of seeing guys go one-on-one. He said run the offense to its maximum. And Brian Gorgian was very happy.
Dorge.
John Dorge.
Quick transition, Trehair, sloppy pass again. Luckily for Perth, Catalini's got it. It's a Wildcats ball.
Ricky Grace 1 for 7 from the three-point line thus far this game. James Crawford, however, 7 for 11, shooting 64%, not from the three-point line, but from the field. I mean, an excellent game. And he really hasn't seen too much of the ball in the last few minutes. Of course, he's not on the court right now.
Another chance for the Magic. Really momentum, swinging their way at the moment, but a long way to go. Off the ball, Grace is being nabbed. Doesn't like the call. And that's Ricky Grace's fourth personal. So a bit of foul trouble now creeping in. And Grace hits straight down for a break. Stewart comes back on, who's also got 4 personal fouls next to his name.
Actually, that was my mistake. I've got to correct myself, Steve. He's 1 for 7 from the field, but he's 0 for 3 from three-point line.
And James Crawford checking also back in for the Wildcats, giving Andrew Blah a break.
The Wildcats are already up to 20 fouls so far this game. They only average 22 per entire game so far this season.
So it's a Magic by 3. McKinnon just casually strolls up and shoots. Dorge, great play. Starting to get a grab on this game is John Dorge. Now it's the Magic by 5.
Well, if he can stay out of foul trouble and play within himself for the rest of the game, Perth is going to have a hard time matching up on him.
Oh, breakdown. Another turnover against the Wildcats. It's the Magic 57, Wildcats 52. Another timeout here at Flinders Park.
Well, that's the thing about, that's what I like about, yeah, that's the thing about football.
12 o'clock Saturday, the Saints and the Dockers. Then Sunday, the Eagles and the Bears. Live on GWM.
West Track is working here in WA. West Track is working. We're here to stay. The West is working with power and pride. West Track is working by its side.
West Track, a powerful team. The RAC has calculated the running cost of the average large car to be 44 cents a kilometre. Esperance to Perth is 730 kilometres, so driving would cost you $321.20. It only cost $135 to fly there with Sky West. Who would drive?
Just under 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. It's the Magic by 5 over the Wildcats. You can make that 7. And there's some worrying signs for Perth at the moment. And the Magic would be delighted, I'd say, Tim Gossage.
Brian Goorjian, I just was going to chip in. That was a set play from Ronaldson to Lucas. It worked to a T. He can't be happier.
That's what they call a flex cut, where Lucas comes off of a screen from Dorge on the baseline. And they run that... the great advantage, actually, throughout the game, Magic does.
Great three-pointer from Stewart. That keeps Perth in touch. It's the Magic by 4. Scorers so far: Parkinson, Jordan, Dorge. All got 14 for the Magic, 15 to Crawford, 13 to Blahoff for Perth.
And the Magic Sharks survive yet another assault. It's Magic ball from the baseline.
So Jordan brings the ball back in from the baseline. McKinnon. Now Lucas. Jordan. Off the glass. And he's growing in confidence as Jordan. He's up to 16, which is the game high. So he's striking a bit of form, Adonis Jordan, the last couple of weeks. Catalini for 2.
Nice touch, too. I haven't seen Catalini shoot many of those outside jumpers. You usually find him around the hoop. Obviously, and that didn't look like a fluke. He never looked like missing them.
Dorge.
Double team on Dorge. Looks him off. Nice. Very nice. Dorge really is starting to control this game.
Dorge up to 16. Catalini again, this time a 3. Oh, great
feeling
stuff.
a bit of confidence there.
He's kept them in the game with that one. It's 5 points in the last 20 seconds or so for Catalini, and valuable points for the Wildcats, who seem to be flagging a bit at the moment.
And here we have a look at that set play where Lucas got get the screen from Dorge, and he's wide open underneath the basket. Very well run play by the Magic. That's the flex cut.
And Lucas sits down, Parkinson back on. Jordan.
Looking to get the ball back inside the Dorge, and why not? He's been doing it.
And he's travelled.
Just as I say that, of course.
And John seeking an explanation, and he gets one.
Just like to make mention of how young the team on the floor is for the Wildcats at the moment. Andrew Vlahov, Aaron Trahere, Catalini, Earp. You know, it's unbelievable just to see. And Stewart with Fisher just sitting down.
And they've got some big young boys too, Tim, that's for sure.
Beefy, but not a lot of height out there. Nice pass by Stewart, and another rejection by Dorge.
Now Jordan's got alley-oop to McKinnon. Oh, just a bit too long.
Bit ambitious from that far out.
Now Trahere to Stewart. To Earp, down the middle. Looked a bit clumsy there. Now Parkinson. Quickly to McKinnon. Parkinson gets past Catalini. Good play, Catalini.
Well played by Catalini. A good hustle by Parker to get back in that play.
And a little bit of how you do off the ball. There's a bit of push and shove going on. And everything's cooled down. Here's a replay.
Well stripped by Catalini there. And Parky does the right thing by trying to get back in the play, but then when you got that jumbled mass of bodies, bound to something to happen.
So after all that, it's a Wildcats ball. Magic lead by 3. Wildcats are slipping a little bit steadier the last minute or so. Off the ball, there's some big bodies being banged, and it's going to go against the Wildcats. Andrew Vlahov just tells his teammates to cool it. Foul's on it.
That was a bad foul, too, because Anthony Stewart just drained that 3. That would have tied the game. Could have helped swing the momentum back Perth's way.
And Adrian Hurley screaming instructions to work on the sideline. And this time off the ball. And it's gone against
played for that.
So things just heating up a little bit, Paul?
Yeah, it's good to see a bit of intensity coming back into this game. We were talking about how it was a bit flat in patches in the first half, but...
And that was a foul. There's no doubt about that one.
You're right. I thought it was a bit of Hollywood, but...
35 fouls in the game so far. Catalini! McKinnon! Sensational! Catalini! Another block by Dorge! Oh, that's a block fest down this end at the moment.
Look at the hustle going on out there.
Dorge swinging the elbows. Parkinson, a lob pass to McKinnon.
Oh, my, and taken out of the play.
Intentional foul against Vlahov.
I think that's a bit harsh on Vlahov. You know, he's going for the ball. Fair enough, call the foul, but I don't see that as an intentional foul.
And the Magic took 12 seconds to get the ball over halfway, and that's what the Wildcats are absolutely screaming about.
Oh, that was spectacular play. Now, watch this.
Good hustle there by both players.
Up the other end is the flagrant foul called by the refs. There's the lob pass. There's a daring pass.
Hospital
Watch this.
pass.
Bang. And
Just two players going for the ball is what I see there. Unfortunate, but part of the game.
So he got the first one, he got the second one. And now it will be a Magic possession from the side. So it's the Magic 65, Wildcats 60.
This could be a 6-point turnaround for the Magic, starting with that fantastic block by McKinnon and the costly intentional foul, flagrant unsportsmanlike foul. Correct myself.
There's changes in terminology this year. We're still coming to grips with it, we all are. Now Stewart.
Perth needs a steadying basket.
So Stewart will go to the line. Fouls against Parkinson. We see a double substitution for the Wildcats. A bit of experience coming back in. Fisher and Brace. And look at all this bumping of bodies here. Earp and Dorge.
Contact going on there.
Now Earp. To Brace. Shoots over the top of Dorge.
That's a tough shot right in Dorge's face right there. He got into the lane very well with a couple strong dribbles and then took it straight up and made the hoop.
So it's the Magic by 3.
And now you see Perth with a few of their more experienced players back in the game. I think now's the time they need to turn the tide, get some of that momentum back.
And the points count for the Magic. And the foul has gone against Earp. So the Perth Wildcats were screaming for a travel. But the points count. And Long John Dorge will go to the line for the extra shot. Dorge has got the game high, 18 points.
John Dorge will shoot a bonus.
So Dorge. And this has been a fantastic third quarter, really hotting up in more ways than one. And Dorge misses the second.
Can't convert the three-point play. He was probably lucky to get there in the first place.
Fisher brought down the rebound, and now Grace brings the ball back up for Perth. Magic by 5. Minute left in the third quarter. Been a great contest. Fisher to Grace. Thought about the 3. Now weaves his way. Blocked by Dorge. Now Jordan. Jordan, this is what he should have made. Now a chance for the Wildcats. Can they make them pay? They should. Blocked again by Dorge.
Just got him with the body there. Wahov did the right thing by taking that strong to the basket and making the referee make a call. It's going to be a tough call.
4 fouls to Dorge.
So there's a perfect example of when going up for the block shot gets you in trouble, because had he stood his ground, he probably had position. Wahov was leaning in. He might have gotten the offensive foul against Wahov, but going up for the block, well, then you've got to call the body contact.
Well, we see John Dorge averaging 4.6 blocks per game. And he's already got 5 in this game, so he's above his average. Another chance for Perth. Oh, Crawford underneath. Oh.
So the tempers are definitely flaring in there. There's a lot of contact, a lot of loose elbows flying around there.
So it's going to be Dorge against Crawford.
I'm taking Crawford again.
An important possession with just 28 seconds left in the quarter.
Yeah, good ball, Tim. It's the Magic by 4. And this is a big jump ball. No, now it's going to be Lucas against Crawford, so he'd have to favour Perth now. And would you believe it? Great play by the Magic to come up with possession. This will be the last play of the third quarter, and Perth need to stop. And if the Magic can score 2 here, well, it'll be a big bonus going into three-quarter time. This is a very big play in the game.
They're dropping back into a zone. They've changed from man-to-man to a 2-3 zone.
Parkinson, the monster 3! Did everything but fall in. Lucas! And he draws the foul with 3.4 seconds left in the third quarter. So Lucas will go to the line.
Foul is on Ricky Grace, that's 5.
And even more importantly, Ricky Grace, 5 fouls.
That really hurts Perth, because they're going to need him to control the tempo in that last quarter and try to get things going back in Perth's direction, because without him, they really are nowhere near as good a team.
So Lucas at the line. Please know, Paul, that Darren's Rottweiler gave birth to 8 puppies last week. Very significant moment in the Lucas household, and he misses. So this should be a Hail Mary from Vlahov at half court. Again, it was pretty close. So what a sensational third quarter that was here at Flinders Park. And it's the Magic leading by 5 points at the last change. Magic 68, Wildcats are 63.
Used in toys for an hour a day, the leading heavy-duty battery would last around 5 hours. A Duracell battery would last 21 hours when used the same way. Duracell, you just can't top the copper top.
Roll out the Hot Wheels, let's hit the spot. Crank up the chips, boys, babe, don't let the cooking stop. I got the taste for the best tasting chicken around. Everybody's in the chicken tree. Lights all blue skies, I got it fine.
Keep Australia working. Still, factory rebates are on again. Now, you can get your hands on the world's #1 chainsaw and a rebate check direct from Still. You'll get a $25 factory rebate on the Still Mini Boss, a $50 factory rebate on the Still Wood Boss range, a $75 factory rebate on the Still 029 Farm Boss, and a massive $100 factory rebate on the Still 039 Farm Boss at participating Still specialist dealers right now.
Now is the time to show we're proud and raise the roof and sing out loud from all of the corners of this great state. We hear the call, let's celebrate. Yeah, we're glad all over WA. Yeah, we're glad.
Look for the WA Week Lift Out in Friday's West Australian, and you could win a mystery regional holiday.
You're looking at something very special in the Southwest's wine industry. At Birdwood Park Winery Balingup, the fruits of orchards have taken a different path to the dinner table through a long cottage tradition of winemaking to deliver unique wines from apple, plum, passion fruit, apricot, peach and nectarine. 6 flavours to entice the tourist 7 days a week. Birdwood Park Winery Balingup. Call in for the taste of something very special.
Flinders Park. 3-quarter time here at Flinders Park. Magic 68, Wildcats 63. Tim Gossage, what do you have to report?
Well, the Magic sense that the Wildcats are very tired, and if you look at the Wildcats' record this year, they're the worst performed team in the league in the final quarter, giving up 30.4 points in the final quarter. Gorgeous said, be smart, play the game, don't lose your cool. Adrian Hiller said exactly the same. He said the game is hotting up, keep your cool, he'll handle the referees.
And interesting, you point out, Tim, that the Perth Wildcats have been prone to fade in the last quarter. Well, the Magic are the other extreme. They actually have statistically finished very strongly in the last quarter.
Yeah, the Magic are very good at once they get their noses in front of going on with the job and finishing it off. They seem to perform better in the last quarter as far as efficiency, run their offense, and stick to it. Tony Ronaldson there, that shot, he's 1 for 9 from the field, really has not had a productive offensive game. So with the last shot from the other end of the floor, he's only got 3 points to this point in the game. Still the Magic up by 6, make that 5.
Adonis Jordan in the 3-quarter timeout made a very strong point. He just said, we are the best team, we have the best players, we have the best record, we should win the game.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not always that simple, but that's good. Stressing the positive, and he was getting lots of treatment too, Tim, on his back at 3-quarter time. He was like a contortionist.
Yes, the legs. I think he might be just starting to do the legs and the back, the hamstring-related type thing, Porters.
So it's the Magic by 4. Lucas. Now Ronaldson, 10-second warning buzzer on the shot clock, and that's a foul on Crawford.
It was a nice pass from Ronaldson, even though it was made null and void by the call, but drove to the middle, created the opportunity, and dished to Dorge.
3 fouls to Crawford. Another chance for the Magic. Ronaldson, who offensively has been very quiet. A couple of bad turnovers in this last quarter by South East Melbourne. That'll be a jump ball. Scorers in the game for the Magic: Dorge 18, Jordan 16, Parkinson 14, McKinnon 9. For the Wildcats, Crawford 15, Vlahov 14, and Fisher's got a dozen. Vlahov also got 10 rebounds. Dorge has got 5 blocks.
You see the Wildcats with only 3 players in double-figure scoring, and during this season, up till now, they had averaged 7 players in double-figure scoring, so obviously something not quite right.
Vlahov to Trahere. Exciting young players in Australian basketball. Crawford!
Going up strong and high for that hoop.
So the Wildcats hanging in there. They're just down by 2 now. This would be a sensational victory for them if they can get up here at Flinders Park. Parkinson off balance.
Ball down on Fisher.
5 personal fouls for Scott Fisher. So Grace and Fisher Both have 5 fouls. Gray still sitting down, I notice, for the Wildcats. Really, in the last quarter, Paul, you're just got to take the risk, don't you, and play them.
Well, you know, there's 12 minutes in a quarter, though, and with 5 fouls, I think he's probably saving Ricky Grace for the last, I'd say, 7 or 8 minutes. Maybe if he really feels Ricky's smart enough to stay out of it, maybe 9 minutes. So I would expect not to see him in the game for at least another couple minutes.
16 points to Parkinson. It's the Magic out by 4.
James Crawford's been having a very good game. I really think they ought to look to get him the ball because at this point, Dorge really has proved, or he has proved for Dorge, very elusive.
Fisher. Lucas snapping at his heels. Vlahov thought about the 3 now off the glass.
Good move by Vlahov.
Fouls against Ronaldson. And that's Ronaldson's 3rd personal foul. There's the replay. So Vlahov will go to the line.
Andrew Vlahov shoots 2.
Obviously not very happy with himself, Andrew. See if he can get this one.
And it's 70-67. 10 minutes remaining in this game here at Flinders Park. Magic on top of the ladder. 1-6 and lost 1. Wildcats are 4th, 1-5 and lost 3.
That could have been Fisher's 6th. It's a good thing that didn't go against him.
It's against Ronaldson. It's his 4th, and the Wildcats are there waiting with bated breath. Here's a replay.
Substitution for the Wildcats. Martin Catalini replacing James Crawford.
And Fisher lives to fight another day. Catalini comes on. Crawford sits down for a break. And back to the action. Magic by 3. Turnovers, 18 against the Magic, 17 against Perth.
Young Aaron Traher taking up the point guard responsibilities.
Fisher. Lost the handle on it. What's been ruled here? It's a foul on Lucas. I'm not quite sure what it was for. Holding, says the referee. And that's 5 personal fouls for Lucas. Very hard for us to tell from here.
Yeah, couldn't see. His body was between. Well, he did get a fair bit of arm there. That wasn't all ball. I think he got quite a bit of forearm.
And Lucas sits down.
Pushing there.
So the referee right on the spot. Another chance for Perth. They're down by 3. Vlahov shoots over the top of Dawes, but geez, intimidating John Dawes.
Wasn't a block shot, but it was just as good as.
Jordan. Oh, he's been pinged for the charge.
Adrian Hurley was unhappy with the last shot of Andrew Vlahov. He's pleading with his players to have patience.
Here's a replay of that charge.
Well, you can't fault Stewart's position there. He's certainly waiting for it.
So still 70-67. Not much scoring going on at the moment. Vlahov.
Parkinson on Vlahov. I'm surprised Vlahov didn't take him.
Stewart missed it. Magic come up with the ball.
A bucket here from the Magic would send this crowd, I think, into a frenzy. They're really waiting for something.
McKinnon. George. Parkinson lurking in 3-point territory. Putting his hand up, calling for the ball. George.
Nice move. Gets around Fisher.
George up to 20. 6 rebounds, 5 blocks. 72-67. Magic by 5.
Perth really needs something to steady the ship here because Magic looks to have most of the momentum right now. Nice pass inside from Fisher and a good strong finish by Vlahov. Some more contact there.
George and Catalini drag themselves from court.
Scott Fisher taking a break for the Wildcats. Ricky Grace back in.
So it's still the Magic. 72. Wildcats now 69. Just over 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Jordan. There's Ronaldson.
Ronaldson on the baseline. And that was one-on-one coverage there. They didn't double team him that time.
Sweet shot from Sam McKinnon. Catalini. Now Vlahov. Will he take on Dorj? Dishes back outside Catalini. Stewart against Parkinson. And he's travelled. It's a turnover.
And he went to gather himself there. Yeah, it was. He went to gather himself there because he really didn't have space. And when he did, he must have shoveled his pivot foot.
So Magic by 5. They're in possession. 7.5 left in the game. Week 7 of the NBL's Mitsubishi Challenge. Jordan.
Magic being very patient. Oh, until then.
So here's a chance for Perth. Trahair brings the ball back up the court. Trying to take on Jordan. And it is a Perth ball. In fact, the foul is on Jordan. That's his second, so no problems for Adonis in that area as Crawford prepares to come back on. Vlahov will sit down for a rest, and been a tremendous performance from Vlahov. Remembering, Paul, he's been in bed most of the week with tonsillitis.
Yeah, he really has played a pretty darn good game. Been very strong. He's shooting a good percentage. And how many rebounds does he have here? Let's have a look. He's got 10 rebounds, shooting 62%. For a guy who spent the week in bed, that's a pretty darn good effort.
And a crowd of just under 8,000 here tonight at Flinders Park, which is pretty good. Rebound to Dorj. It's the Magic by 4. Long way to go in this final quarter still. Hope you're enjoying the game in Western Australia.
Perth's just hanging in there. I don't think they're playing particularly well. I wouldn't think Hurley would be all that happy, but they are hanging in there.
Parkinson steps back outside for 3. Not this time. Ronaldson was in good rebounding position, but just couldn't get his hands on it. Here's a chance for the Wildcats. Trahair, oh, it's a dangerous pass. It came off just.
I think by accident more than anything else. There really wasn't anybody there to catch it.
Good screen set by Crawford. Grace. Back to Crawford.
Oh,
spectacular Wildcats. Crawford. Been fantastic.
He just gets up so quick. Just right off the balls of his feet. Boing, he's right up there.
Dorj back outside of Jordan. Now Parkinson. Ronaldson. Good teamwork, Magic. And Ronaldson. Only his second basket in the game.
For the night, that's right.
5
It's a big
points.
shot, though. Good time to start finding the range.
Magic by 4.
Double team. Oh, now they're back into the 2-free zone.
Crawford.
And that is his shot, that baseline shot.
21 points. To the man dubbed over the years the Alabama Slammer.
I think he's the man to keep them in this game and win it for him. They really ought to look to get him the ball because, as I was saying earlier, Dorj has not been able to guard him. And even though they're in a zone, if they can get him that little 8-foot jumper, there's not too many guys who can get up and contest it.
Parkinson misses the 3. So here's a chance for Perth to tie it all up, or perhaps hit the lead with a 3. They're really gutsing it out, the Wildcats, at the moment. Great to see.
Magic are back in the man-to-man now. Grace backs him down.
Stewart back outside to Grace for the 3.
Oh, he just hasn't been able to find it this game, has he?
Dorj, the valuable rebound. So it's the Magic still in front by a couple.
This quarter really has gone by quickly. Less than 5 minutes to play now.
Ronaldson for 3. No. Then a rebound to McKinnon. Jordan thought about the 3. Parkinson lurking in 3-point territory. Now the Magic will throw it around. Try and set up something. There's Parkinson for the 3. No, so he's not on target. But wonderful tip in by McKinnon. Just
somebody missed their defensive rebound assignment there. He was wide open underneath the basket.
As both Fisher and Vlahov prepare to come back on for Perth. The big guns warming up on the sideline. Now Grace. Trahair.
There we go. Crawford on the foul line.
Oh,
well played by George. He took it right out of his hands.
McKinnon.
Parkey there making the right decision to pull it out and look for a good shot. They're in a position to stretch this lead to 6 or 7 points here.
Jordan misses the three. So they're bombing the ball at the moment. They've had 24 shots at the three-point line, only dropped 7 of them. So their three-point percentage has dropped way down back to 29%. And they're only leading by 4.
Of course, Perth's is worse. They're shooting 20% from the three-point line, 3 for 15.
And a timeout called here at Flinders Park. It's the Southeast Melbourne Magic 78. The Wildcats are 74, and there's 3 minutes and 37 seconds left in this contest.
Sunday, Australia's most respected public affairs show.
I think it's a matter of great interest to the public.
News, interviews, the arts and reviews. 8 o'clock Sunday on GWM.
No one's here just for the ride. There's a job to do, and we do it with pride.
West Australian owned and operated, Westrac believes in building the future prosperity of this great state, and it shows in its dedication to building future careers for its young people.
West Australians far and wide can build tomorrow side by side.
Westrac's ongoing investment in apprenticeship training is second to none. Westrac.
When it gets so hot, your shorts cling to your thighs in unnatural ways. Your dog keeps hogging your minifan. Your flannel shirt's just not working. And your boots start melting to the pavement. There's only one thing to do.
3 minutes and 37 seconds left in the game. McKinnon tipped in the 2 there for the Magic, and they lead by 4, 78-74. Tim Gossage, what do you have to report?
Well, both camps very happy with the way things are going. No sign of panic, especially in the Wildcats. Although they trail, he wants to go into a man-to-man defence as he has done here. The game is still alive, Stephen, still alive, my friend.
It certainly is.
Certainly is. This is turning out to be a hell of a game.
Parkinson off the glass. Basket does not count. But is that a foul on Grace?
No, he's called that an offensive foul.
He has too. It's the third offensive foul for the Magic this quarter, I can remember. Here's a replay.
Look at it. Well, Ricky Grace played for it, but I suppose if you're going to call a foul, you certainly couldn't have called a foul on Grace.
So Magic still by 4. Blowing a few opportunities in this last quarter.
There's Crawford outside.
Now Vlahov looking to get it inside the Fisher. Good defensive work from McKinnon. Now the 10-second warning buzzer on the shot clock. Stewart takes on Parkinson. Dishes to Crawford, I should say. Fisher the offensive rebound. Another 30 on the shot clock. Stewart.
Good penetration by Stewart. That's his shot right there.
Crawford the 2.
That's the one they've got to look for. The little 10, 12, 14-foot shot from James Crawford. That's something Dorge has got to get out there and contest that.
So it's the Magic by 2. Less than 2.5 left in the game. It's going to be a thriller. Been nothing between the teams all night. Very defensive contest. It's been an ugly game as far as spectacular stuff goes. But a close one's a good one. McKinnon
Oh, he
misses.
just lost that. He lost the handle on that.
By Dorge, but it's a Perth ball. So a chance for the Wildcats to tie it all up.
This is big. Less than 2 minutes to go right now. Let's see what they run. There's Crawford out front, a bit far away.
Now Stewart inside the Fisher. Again, the shot clock, the 10-second warning buzzer on the shot clock goes.
Oh, good move.
Vlahov has nailed the 2 and will go to the line to put the Wildcats in front.
Count that basket down to good perimeter passing. You see how they move the ball around real quickly, and then Dorge was just a step too late to get there. And that's 5 fouls for John Dorge. I don't think it's going to come into play. There's only 1:43 seconds.
So Vlahov, this will put the Perth Wildcats back in front. This has been a gutsy performance from the visitors. And in particular, that man, Andrew Vlahov. And the Wildcats lead, 79-78. There's the clock ticking down on your screen. That's how many minutes and seconds are left in this contest. Just 1.5.
Who are they going to look to get the ball to here?
Parkinson, Jordan. Will they try the three? Oh, Jordan does! Big shot! Well, they had to get one eventually, the Magic, and it's Jordan.
I was just about to say the Magic had gone a bit stagnant there. There wasn't much motion, but hey, that is a big shot under pressure from Jordan.
Fisher, 42. Scores a level, 81 apiece.
1 minute to go.
So Jordan, Magic, with possession. Wildcats have been desperate for a stop. Parkinson, under pressure, throws it up. Great rebound.
Big rebound by Crawford.
Almost gave it away. Now Fisher. Timeout called by Ricky Grace. 32.7 seconds left in the game. It's all tied up at 81 apiece here at Flinders Park.
This really has shaped up to be a great game, as we see.
Yeah, it hasn't been the prettiest of ball games, but as I said, a close one's a good one. Here's
right.
Adrian Hurley.
Plenty of interest in it in the end. And really, I mean, the second half is what made this game worth watching, wasn't it? I mean, both teams seemed to lift the intensity. We had a lot more to look at in the way of competition in the second half. It was really a bit flat in the first half.
So what would the Wildcats do here? Would they try and work down the last 24 seconds, or would they try and get a shot in early?
Well, there's 24 seconds. That's a differential of 8. No, if they take a quick shot, I mean, either way, they're going to give Magic the last chance at the bucket. So really, you've got to go for the best shot you can.
Yeah.
Work it down to as close to the end of that 24 seconds as possible, and then leave the Magic with as little a time as possible, 8 or 9 seconds.
And look at the pressure on Brian Goorjian's face. Here's Adrian Hurley, setting up a set play, no doubt. So here we go. 32.7 seconds left in the game. It's the Wildcats 81, the Magic are 81. Tim Gossage, what do you have to report?
Well, 2 timeouts left for the Wildcats. They have possession, use up the clock. They've also got 2 fouls to give before they send the Magic to the line. Wow, 32-point-something seconds. There's plenty left in it.
So Grace will bring the ball up. They'll work down the clock.
I think you've got to look for either try to get a 10 to 15-foot jumper for either Fisher or Crawford.
So 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. Grace will bring it up. There's Fisher. Who'll be the money man? Crawford over the top of goal.
Oh, that's a big shot. I'll see a timeout for the Magic.
11 seconds left in the game, and it's the Wildcats by 2. 83 points to 81. James Crawford has been brilliant. 25 points, 7 rebounds. And a timeout here again at Flinders Park with 11 seconds remaining.
He got it! This could be it! Beautiful! Very close here.
World Cup Rugby continues with Australia and Romania. 10:50 Saturday night on GWM.
Bravo, your country Mazda dealer has the latest Bravo Plus in 4 new colours. It's a Mazda dual cab 4x4 with many standard features, including 2.6-litre EGI engine, power steering, limited slip diff, and 2 years unlimited kilometre warranty. Canopy, air conditioning and alloy bull bar are included in the amazing price of $26,990. And for a limited time, receive a free Citroen tilt chest valued at $800. See your country Mazda dealer today.
Now that we've got our own European small goods man right here in the southwest, it's easy to add a little European flavour to any meal with a selection of quality cooked meats from Belvedere. Spice up the roast with salad and pepperoni. How How about a cold meat and salad entree? Or smoked ham European style? It costs no more to serve up the best. Ask for it by name, Belvedere, at your local butcher, selected supermarkets and delicatessens.
Tony Ronaldson is the ball handler in this last 11 seconds.
And now gives it to Jordan. Magic needed 2. Fouls on Grace.
There you
No
have it.
question
They've got
about
fouls to give. They've got fouls to give, though. That's not a shooting foul, so it just kills time on the clock. A very smart play by Ricky Grace. He just makes it look as though he's going for the ball, which he was. I mean, it was a legitimate play.
So Grace is fouled out, but it means nothing now. And another timeout called by Brian Gorgian. So good thinking by Ricky Grace.
I think you'll see the same thing again.
Overtime, of course.
I think you'll see the same thing again. I think when they bring the ball in, they'll look to foul him right away, but to make sure they go for the ball. That's right. They've got to make sure they go for the ball.
So now 6 seconds left in the contest. Still the Wildcats by 2. 83-81. Magic have possession. Here's Adrian Hurley. And this is where all the practice formally comes in, and all the set plays, all the drills you do hundreds and hundreds of times during the week. This is when it all counts.
That's exactly right. And, you know, most coaches have situation drills that they run to try and duplicate these exact sort of situations, you know, so that it's not new to them when it comes up in a tight game like this. Even so, I think you'll find both coaches are probably improvising a bit.
But the 9 games Perth have played here at Flinders Park, they've won just 1, and that was against the Magic back in April 1993. So it is a bit of a hoodoo, Flinders Park. But, well, I'd like to be in the Wildcats position at the moment.
Yeah, that's right. I think theirs over the Magic right now. However, you know, it's not, Wildcats are not the only team to have that sort of hoodoo here. The Magic haven't lost very many games at all since they've come to Flinders Park.
So 6 seconds left in the game.
And they're very keen to get Parkinson isolated outside the three-point zone. They still want McKinnon to run along the baseline for the 2 and Dorsch to set the back pick. If you can understand that, you're a better man than I, Gungadin.
So here we go. McKinnon is going to take the ball from the side. Will they look for Dorsch? Jordan. Screen set by Ronaldson. Foul.
Now it's a foul before the shot.
So good play by Stewart.
That's right. Effectively killing another 2.5 seconds off the clock.
So they're almost going to have to pass it to someone now. He's going to have to shoot straight away. So McKinnon now, still from the side. 3.4 seconds left. Adrian Hurley just checking the clock. Here we go. Jordan. Will he take the shot? He shoots. Jordan misses.
No.
Parkinson off the arse, misses. And Perth have won the game. Sensational, gutsy effort from the Perth Wildcats. And have a look at it.
Fantastic effort from the Wildcats. Look at them. They're going crazy out there in middle court.
What a brilliant performance from the Perth Wildcats. The Magic had a couple of shots right at the death. Couldn't nail the basket. And what a fabulous win by Perth.
Great effort from them to come back like that.
So the Perth Wildcats 83 have defeated the Southeast Melbourne Magic 81. Wasn't a pretty game. We said that a couple of times in the last quarter. But it was a close contest. And now Tim Gossage is with Andrew Vlahov.
Well, I'm with the captain. That was probably that's just a character-building victory.
Oh, I got to agree with you there, Goss. I mean, we came here with, you know, all our thoughts all week have been this game, 48 minutes of playing defence, and I think we came out and did that tonight.
I mean, you've had a hoodoo with them. You didn't beat them at all last year. I suppose that was in the back of your mind too.
Yeah, a little bit, but, you know, we beat them in the pre-season, so we're quite happy with that. But, you know, we were very focused this week. You know, it was great to see the guys come out and play this hard.
A bit of a slip-up at home. You always seem, well, in fact, you are one of the best road teams this year. I mean, what's behind that?
I don't know. It must be somewhere eating on the road, but, you know, that's something we've got to take care of back at home, and, you know, we plan on doing that the rest of the year. We've already lost 2 at home. We don't plan to lose anymore.
You've been crook all week, but I suppose you feel 100% now?
Oh, I'm fully healed now, I'll tell you.
And you've silenced 7,800 people. Well played.
Thank you very much.
Andrew Vlahov. Stephen, back to you.
Thanks, Tim Gossage. Let's have a look at this final play again from the Southeast Melbourne Magic. Well, Perth played it really well. 3.4 seconds left for Paul Maley.
That's right. Well, he's going to have to take the shot because a pass at that point, there just aren't any options. It's a tough shot to take, and they did have a chance at the offensive rebound there, but unable to put it in. Perth players pretty fired up.
Yeah, tremendous win by the Wildcats. It's always hard to win away from home, no matter what sort of sport you play. As we have a look at the stats, the Wildcats 83, the Magic 81.
And once again, 55% shooting from the Wildcats to just 38 from the Magic. That's a very good defensive effort on the part of the Perth Wildcats. Free throw shooting, slightly better for the Magic, but really not good from either team. Poor three-point shooting from both. Rebounding edge to the Wildcats, I think that was a factor, and turnovers are dead even.
And let's have a look at the top scorers. For the Wildcats, Crawford, fabulous game. Not bad for a 35-year-old. 25 points. Blahov, 20. Fisher, 14. Catalini, 9. And Stewart, 8. For the Magic, George, 20 points. Jordan, 19. Parkinson, 16. McKinnon, 13. And Tony Ronaldson, you'd have to say, was disappointing. Only 5 points in the game. We'll take a break here at Flinders Park. More Saturday basketball coming up.
Wednesday, revitalising a tired old bedroom. A kitchen spectacular, the latest, most sparkling designs. And an easy solution for those hard-to-reach places. Our House, followed by Money. Wednesday on GWM.
I don't know why I love you, but I do. I don't know why I cry so, but I do. I only know I'm lonely and that I want you only. I don't know why I love you, but I do.
Lately I've been thinking about setting up the world's best metal supplier and calling it Mervland.
And stock special building products to make your home or premises look like $1 million, but not cost you the earth. Plus provide all the steel, aluminium and metal products needed for construction, fabrication, improvements or repairs from all the top suppliers.
I'm surprised no one's thought of doing this before. Whoops, only kidding. Even I know you can't better Metal Land. No kidding.
Get down, 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 get down.
Welcome back to Flinders Park. A terrific win by the Perth Wildcats over the South East Melbourne Magic. 83 points to 81. Paul Malley, I guess you could describe the win best in one word for Perth, gutsy.
It was a gutsy effort. They out-rebounded the Magic. They shot a better percentage, and they played some very good defense down the stretch. And, of course, they got the ball into the right hands at the end of the game. Crawford was having an excellent game, and he was the man to take that last shot.
Well, take us through the stats.
Okay, well, 55% to 38% from the field. That is the telling statistic. Free throws, pretty poor for both teams. Three-point shots also poor. You see the rebounding margin of 7 rebounds and turnovers dead even. But that field shot percentage was the key.
And let's have a look at the top scorers in the contest. For the winners, the Perth Wildcats, James Crawford. He's 35 years old, but he's a sensation. Continues to excel in the National Basketball League. 25 points. Blahov, a great effort, 20 points. Fisher, 14. Catalini, 9. And Stewart, 8. And for the Magic, Long John Dorsch did well with 20 points. Jordan, 19. Parkinson, 16. McKinnon, 13. And Tony Ronaldson, probably, you could say, pretty disappointing tonight with just 5 points. So I hope you've enjoyed the game over in Western Australia. I'm sure you have. Paul, thanks for your time. You're not bad at this caper.
Oh, I enjoyed it. It was a good game to do.
So thanks for your time in Perth. I hope you enjoyed it. And on behalf of the team, we'll see you soon.
Stay with us now for the NBL Mitsubishi Challenge. The Perth Wildcats take on the South East Melbourne Magic.
Don't ever stop.
GWN's presentation of the NBL Mitsubishi Challenge. Proudly supported by West-Track Equipment, your Caterpillar dealer. Always refreshing. Always Coca-Cola. Chicken Tree. And Mitsubishi Motors.
For half a century, the world has waited.
Tara,
It's home.
And Sunday, we finally witness the remarkable destiny of Scarlett O'Hara. I no longer love